Welcome, folks, to our Chitty Reading Sports Edition Futures NFL Prospects for the 2026 Draft, where we go over each position group, our top players from each position group, I should say, and give you a brief overview in case your team likes them or thinking about them, or you heard their name and you're not sure who they are. We will tell you real quick who they are and what we think about them. We are nobodies. We are not scouts and whatever. So, yeah, we did edges right now today. Okay, not gonna lie, I kind of debated on putting this guy on here, Zion Young. And the only reason why is I do not like to promote players who get in trouble. Now he's been in trouble more than once. And I'm not a big promoter of that, but you're gonna hear his name, so I felt this is what it's about, putting the names out there, whatever else. But so anyway, let's get into Mr. Zion Young of Mizzou. He is big boy, 6'6", 262, so size is there. He can shed blocks with those long arms and longer base. He's also a little tough to double team. He has a good power rush. Excuse me, okay, I got to look at my notes for a second. But if you watch him, he's like I said, he uses his length to his advantage, which is a good thing. He's not super fast by any stretch of the imagination, but his length helps him. Like you said, he's slower, but he can reach to make the tackles, like you can see there. And he can help trip up the guys again, like you can see in that highlight there, and wrap around and hopefully cause fumble. So, excuse me again. He plays a little tall because he is tall. Again, these taller guys, are getting criticized for playing tall, but they are tall. But they need to get down lower. So it's more of a leverage move than anything. But if you have been tall your whole life and you've been playing these type of positions, it's probably something you can probably already learn to do, or have adjusted to. Hopefully they can. But playing taller in the NFL might help since you are playing against taller guys as well. So, like I said, though, he did have some legal trouble. Let me kind of just throw that out there before so I'm not just saying it. He got in a fight in the tunnel, which apparently was a big issue. I think that's just more boys being boys. And I think he had a DUI. So just want to say but anyway, so he's not, like I said, he can pursue passers better, but him being a little bit slower, it doesn't necessarily make him a sack machine or anything like that. So he needs to work on his move. So once he gets to the NFL, he works on his move based if he stays out of trouble. I don't know if he's a troublemaker. I mean, you make mistakes at times. Look at Georgia, look at Florida. So it happens. Again, I don't really like to promote that. I don't know if it's a reflection of his personality getting in a fight in the tunnel as well, but I still think that's just boys being boys. You don't know who says what, does what, but I have to throw that out there because I'm sure that will be brought up in the draft. People like to make bigger deals out of things, and they are. Warren Sapp was a troublemaker. Garrett Blunt was a troublemaker, in essence, in a lot of people's minds, and they did perfectly fine. And we're great teammates. So, long guy, strong. Could definitely use some work. Probably gonna take a couple of more years to develop him to get his speed up there. Getting some speed with that length would do him well. Taking those long steps a little bit faster and learning some more shedding the block skills and more moves would benefit him as well. So might be a down or two type of guy, but that's fine. He gets in there, so he's up there. He's on the list, and like I said, I don't really watch a lot of Mizzou games, so gotta kind of do a little search on those. But folks, that was the end of it for my edge guys. I don't know what order you'll be watching this in, but I also covered Reuben Bay and Keldrick Falk from Auburn, Cassius Howell, Texas A&M, David Bailey from Texas Tech, who I love, and I like Cassius Howell as well, but David Bailey might be my favorite personally. Sorry, Kevin. But folks, until next time, you can check out our other position groups we covered: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line, and now the edge rushers. We'll be doing this all the way up until the draft. We'll start going over what each team needs and wants. All this stuff will adjust. These are my personal picks. I think next week I might be doing D tackles to slow it down a bit from doing these longer lists. D tackles, I think I got 3 guys to cover. But folks, thank you for watching. Until next time, we will see you later.